A lunchtime reservation in D4 to open up our feast of Quilter Nations action. And goodness me, got Ireland rocking on the board in Chicago last week. And history repeats itself to the pleasure of the Aviva.
The advantage.
More fluid from Ireland, the hole opening up, the chasm in fact. Ireland in behind and desperate defence from the Brave Blossoms. Casey looks wide, Doris to Crowley. Try time for Ireland.
Handling multi-phase options. The deceptive runners looked as though they could have gotten every single one of those passes. Makes the defence stick on the inside and then eventually an overlap. Coming from slick handling from Captain Caelan Doris to Jack Crowley, who adds himself as an additional man off his shoulder.
Yeah, and I think on that point, Rico, it's exactly what has always been missing a little bit from some of this Irish attack.
Ireland just splitting the resources a little bit, having half the team on one side of the field, half on the other. They need to just keep going the same direction. So they're going to get some mismatches.
Nick Timoney, foot to the floor. He just loves to score in green.
Wouldn't say it was exactly tactically how they wanted to unlock Japan, but like I say, sometimes that bouncing ball does funny things, and then they play from it and it goes.
The thing about the bounce pass, everyone switches off for a split second, but once it doesn't go forward, that's when you need to heighten your anticipation that danger may lie ahead.
Yeah, Dick, I think for me, I'd just like to see them play a little bit more in the front line. Ireland try to dominate that game line a little bit more.
6th away, Matt. And Gunter offering the punch. Well formed, rocking and rolling round that left corner. All hands to the pump for the Irish forwards. As more Brave Blossoms pour forward irresistibly. We'll go to the TMO.
I think if you look at this maul, they just get that back corner of Ireland. I think Ireland will be really disappointed as how they didn't stop that maul earlier. But what you're looking for is a defensive team. You're trying to pin the two corners so that the team can't move it either infield or towards the touchline. And Japan got to that back edge of Ireland, and once you get past that initial stop, it's very, very difficult to stop it legally. Quite hard to see who scored it.
It's great officiating. It's not leaning on the TMO, and I think it's PRD.
Can only watch on. As Japan split the uprights, and their two late scores mean it's game on heading into the second half. Farrell scrambles forward. Crowley just drifts it deliciously into the grip of O'Brien.
Last foot.
Bed ignored. Porter plunging to the line. Ireland have dug deep.
McKeesey to get back to him, but again, Ryan Bird, an option, goes across the front of him, asking questions of these Japanese players under pressure. And like you say, Andrew Porter from that range is...
And Gus McCarthy just in the chariot looking for a bit of horsepower from his teammates, and he's getting delay. One last propulsion.
McCarthy, and then he moves himself forward to create a little bit of separation between.
The line-out woes, no more for Ireland, and they are filling their boots with runners charging onto the ball with gusto. Off goes Paddy McCarthy, almost slipping to the paint. Instead, Caelan Blade forces his way in, but Paddy McCarthy
just taking it through phases, and it shows you don't always have to take the right option. A couple of times they maybe could have moved it, but just showing that power game. Like you said, Joe, just the fact that the line-out is functioning better, a nice little peel around and just putting pressure on Japan. And yeah, great pick and go against the grain, and that'll be a lovely moment for Paddy McCarthy.
This time from nigh on a carbon copy, Sam learns the lessons of the last, looks to bring Japan to life once more. That is lovely hands under duress in the midfield, and Asada can't scamper clear of Tommy O'Brien. Lost at the base, Prendergast pops it up. O'Brien for the line! Tommy, like a tornado!
Impacts the rock, impacts the quality of the ball for Japan, and then, like you say, gets it on the end of a nice little pass from Sam Prendergast. Will that be the moment that gets him the Quilter player of the match? I think it started off Dricker with very, very good defence by Tommy O'Brien. He looked like he might have got caught, got back.
Use it.
And Fujiwara is happy to call it a day. But after 80 minutes of the Quilter Nations series on a Saturday lunchtime in Dublin, the full time here at the Aviva Stadium is Ireland 41, Japan 10.